All right, I see us live. So, okay, we'll call to orders meeting of the Sustainable Battle Creek Committee Monday, August 25th, 2025, 1:32 p.m. I will call around people as I see you on my screen here. Just say your name and your connection to the committee and where you're zooming from. I am Andy Helmbolt, community volunteer, zooming from my home in Battle Creek. Uh, Patty and Bessie.
Uh, Patty Hoke Meluish, City of Battle Creek Environmental, zooming from the Department of Public Works in Battle Creek.
Yep, Bessie Plug, environmental from DPW.
Thank you. Kurt.
Kurt Tribbett, City of Battle Creek, engineer administrator, just interested in it and zooming from my office at DPW.
Thank you. Good to see you, Kurt. I haven't seen you well.
Yeah, I keep missing these, but I'm here.
D.
Dee Chauvin, community member, zooming from my home in Battle Creek.
Thank you. Kiona.
Kiona Ackley, community volunteer, zooming from my home in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Thank you. Bob.
I am Bob Gilbert, community volunteer, coming in from my home in Battle Creek.
And Chris Martin.
Yeah, good afternoon. Chris Martin, urban planner at Battle Creek Unlimited, zooming in from my office in Fort Custer Industrial Park.
Thank you. Roger, if you're able, we see you're in the car, so please be safe.
He's
Roger,
muted.
Roger is on mute, but we won't. That's right. The bearded gentleman in the car is Roger Bossy, not Dorothy Bossy, and he is a community volunteer member of the committee we know from.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Good introduction. Got it exactly right.
All right, good. Thank you. And our guest, Austin Steele. Are you there?
Yes. I'm from Battle Creek, zooming in from my home here in Battle Creek.
All right, great. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Well, real quick, we will approve our minutes from a previous meeting, and then Austin, you are next on the agenda. So Bessie did send the minutes to our July meeting, which was just a sort of singular agenda item, real quick. So if I could get a motion to approve those minutes, I'd appreciate it.
I move to approve the minutes from July.
All right, thank you, Dee. Is there support?
I Kiona support.
All right, thank you. Moved by Dee, supported by Kiona to approve the minutes of the July 28th meeting. Is there any discussion or question or comment about those meetings? All right, then seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye or wave affirmatively.
Aye.
All right, are there any opposed? All right, seeing none, we will say that those minutes are unanimously approved. All right, the next item on the agenda is a presentation from Austin Steele. I don't know, Patty, do you have anything by way of introduction or anything, or I'll just turn it over to you guys?
Austin, I think you've initially contacted the mayor or the city manager. I'm not sure which, and they referred you to our group. And I spoke to Austin, I don't know, a few weeks ago about this idea that he had, and thought it might be a good thing to present to our group. So I'll let you kind of take it away from there, Austin.
Well, thank you, Patty. It's an urban fruit farm. I've been looking into it, seeing the underprivileged in Battle Creek and children going hungry. We all know that it's a big need. People being able to just pick fruit from public parks and stuff could dramatically help that. And I've looked into how many volunteers it would take roughly to plant about 100 trees in Battle Creek. It'd take 10 to 20 volunteers, roughly 100 to 300 hours throughout April through September, planting those trees. We are looking at cherries, pawpaws, apples and pears thus far, dwarf stock variety. And we're just looking into seeing what would be okay on how far to go about planting in public parks for the children and the underprivileged to get to without people being able to take land rights of the fruit, you know.
Austin, did you have some, we talked about seeing if you had found some other communities that were doing something like this and if they had any challenges with it or success stories or what you may have found out about that.
Yeah, right in Port Huron, they're doing something fairly similar where it's just on the local edges of the city's sidewalks. It's an edible park initiative where they're taking vacant land lots and reusing that. They have a population of a little bit less than us, 28,000. And then Billings, Montana has been doing it since 2018, and it's been a very successful program with over 120 fruit trees planted in public parks. And they have 120,000 population. So any population size, it can barely help. I know you were asking about the manpower. We have gotten that down. I got the volunteers to be able to do that. We're looking at 20 pawpaws the first year. I know you guys have planted 3 in Battle Creek area, I believe.
We've planted, it's now 75, I think, in the Battle Creek area.
Oh man.
Yeah, yep, we did 50 on Jackson Street and then we just put in 25, right, at the wastewater treatment plant. So that's really not super publicly accessible at the wastewater treatment plant for sure, but yep, so we're getting a little population going here.
Okay. That's about it for now. I just was wondering how or what ways we would take to be able to get public access.
Austin, I have a couple of questions. First of all, these other places you mentioned there's a couple other communities where it's successful. Is there any kind of use data? Like what does success mean? Like they planted the trees and now the trees live there, or is there any kind of survey about, hey, people are actually using this fruit?
Yeah, there is public data with volunteer food banks and stuff, getting it from them. Being able to reach out to the food banks and stuff, you can get it from them. Local pantries such as the Ark and Havens, that they work out in what's it? Port Huron, and they said they take direct stock from the apples that they planted.
Okay, so like the service organization, like the shelter or food bank or whatnot, is actually you keeping up with the harvesting the fruit and actually using it.
Volunteer programs are
That's cool.
using it.
What was my other question was, you're saying we, who's the we when you say we? You and who are you part of an organization of some kind, or just you and a group of volunteer people you know, or
me and a group of volunteers were in the process of opening a nonprofit, trying to get it going. If we get the okay, we're going to really push forward with the nonprofit to use parks. If not, we're going to still just buy urban lots that are available, kind of like we're doing with public, like the one in Kindle and all that in Kingman, like public lots that are available to buy. We're going to still go through with that. And then we were talking to the Ark, and we've gotten approval to use their backyard behind the highway to plant 10 apple trees. So that's nice.
Okay.
Behind
behind what? I'm sorry.
The church on the highway there, or Peters, I believe it is. On Riverside.
Riverside, the Lutheran Church?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Yes, we've been approved to plant trees there. So we're really excited about that.
Go ahead, Dee.
Okay, so I think this is a really cool idea. I love it. I have some thoughts. First, I have a article that I just did a real quick Google about Billings, Montana, and it also looks like they used in an app, like a social app, to kind of spread the word about different locations where there is a food growing, which I think would be really great because I go downtown and I see the planters down there have food growing in them, but I don't think anybody is eating it. And I don't know if that was the intention, was for that to be eaten, but like there was like a gorgeous broccoli head in one the other day. I mean, it was really cool. But how do we get the word out to tell people? Now, of course, Austin's partnership with the different food banks is a great idea. But just thinking about this idea in conjunction with also expanding and capitalizing on some of the things that are already happening. Also, there is a neighborhood community garden. It's somewhere off of Capitol in kind of that historic neighborhood. And last summer, Jamie Fales, who was kind of running it, they were like begging people to come and harvest food because they had so much food. And so I think part of the problem that we would need to address is getting the food out to people, which Austin has a suggestion here, which I think is a great suggestion, but just to bring that up to other folks for thoughts.
Yeah, the garden that you're talking about, the Fremont Garden, is on the corner of Fremont and Frelinghuysen, just off in Capitol. If you turn the light there at Fremont, head toward the hospital, it's just a block there off Capitol. There is also what I thought you were going to say, but then you went to the Fremont Garden one. There is an old, and I haven't been past it in a while. I don't know if anybody's using it. When I've been past it in the recent past, it's just overgrown and unused. But NIBC has a former community house on Wabash, South Wabash, like less than a block off Capitol, south of Capitol, where there was a neighborhood garden there with beds and things. There might even be some fruit trees there. Um, but NIBC, Neighborhoods Incorporated, they have properties like that other places too, potentially. So Austin, that would be another potential partner of a sort of quasi-public entity that has properties that might be available for use for planting
Yeah, thank you.
food if there's an organized, concerted effort to do so. Go ahead, Patty.
I've never grown fruit from fruit trees. Is there a lot of like maintenance, pesticide pruning, that kind of thing that would need to be done? And if so, would that be your organization that would do that?
We're not going to use any pesticides, but yes, it does take some maintenance. We're going to do more horticultural beneficial plants, such as mugweed and such, and stuff that brings in butterflies and natural pollinators rather than using herbicides and pesticides.
Okay.
But that will definitely be on our end. We won't be asking anybody to do that. And then community volunteer, we're going to be out there doing outreach programs, teaching people how to can and dehydrate fruit properly, how to have it longevity throughout the winter. Because going to food banks in the winter, there's not a lot of fresh fruit or fresh produce. So being able to have that still fresh in your house is nice, and education out there needs to be taught.
Austin, this is Chris. Nice to meet you. Great initiative. I had a few ideas for thought too. One of them, I don't know if you've connected with the director at the Lillian Ann Arboretum or not, but they do have an urban garden, and he's very knowledgeable on trees. We did a tree planting session within our industrial park, not for fruit trees, but native trees. So that, and they do have like a children's garden there as well too. And that is a nonprofit partnership with the city parks too. That might be a good person to connect with. Another train of thought is connecting with the Calhoun County Land Bank too. Uh, they do, you can adopt lots to some degree that are blighted. And one thing you definitely want to be careful of too, when looking at doing like infill lots. Back in college, we did some urban farming work in Lansing area, with the land bank actually in particular, is doing a good soil analysis too to make sure the plants indirectly aren't bringing up any potentially heavy metals or other things like that into the crops. So another connection might be MSU Extension's office, which is sometimes they provide uh, free soil sampling too, and things of that nature to make sure that where you're planting these, even if it's in a park per se, it's always good to have an analysis done to make sure your soils are clean for planting or having them mixed well so the plants thrive beneficially too. So I know that the land bank does do like adopt a lot where they actually collaborate with them and either maintain it or mow it. And when we last worked with them, there was 600 plus vacant lots within the city. Now, not all of those might be in the areas, or some of those might still have homes on them, but that would be a good bet as well, outside of the city parks that you're targeting too. And those might be more in those underserved areas as well.
Yeah.
But really, really cool idea. But yeah, and also collaborating with neighborhoods too, because I know when we planted trees, luckily it's been a really wet spring, but you might have to need access for water or other types of things to get those trees established within the first few years. So that would be, it's a great undertaking though. So
Thank you.
Bob, go ahead.
Austin, yeah, let me echo. I'm really impressed with your idea, and I think it would have merit in our community. One of the things that I wondered is in your initial, I think you're putting this plan together right now. So possibly public parks and things like that would be one option. You did mention that if that wasn't available, you have a backup plan of where your nonprofit would find private land to put it on, and then you would manage that. So one of the things that I think that would make your idea better is if in the public parks, if people were just free to go in there and take the fruit, you would really have no way of accounting for the impact that you're having on the community you hope to serve. If you did this on private lands and your nonprofit managed it, my presumption is you would harvest the food and then you would have a great record of how much what your harvest was and where it went. And I think for future survivability of a nonprofit, that accounting could be very important for you in the future, particularly if grants or other sorts of revenues were coming in. So I just want to throw that out there that you know, it's nice to have a free access to things, but it makes it very hard to account for the impact that you would be having on the community. And I think you could have a very positive impact on the community with this.
Yeah, another potential private partner to that vein would be Washington Heights United Methodist Church. They're doing a lot of community development work and helping with some housing things in there, and they've really done a lot with they have a pretty big property there in Washington Heights, and they put a walking path around it, and they cleaned it up, and there was even talk quite a few years ago about them doing some urban farming there. So that might be another potential partner. The pastor's name there is Monique French. She's a county commissioner actually, but Washington Heights United Methodist Church. Like you mentioned, having a partnership with St. Peter's Lutheran already with them, so it seems like a type of a relationship that you already have experience with. But that would be another one to run down or pursue potentially. Patty, were you going to say something? I'm sorry, you had your hand up a while, Bob.
Well, that's okay. It's just like ideally in your mind, are you picturing like many different farms around the city for accessibility with kind of the same kind of trees in each one, or are you kind of what would your ideal layout look like within the city?
More like a variety for each spot. Like Irving Park was a big one that I wanted to hit. Like 10, 20 trees in that park alone, possibly. You know, it has a lot of space in there that could take it. Cherries, pears, dwarf varieties, they could be within 5 feet of each other.
Just to follow up too, Austin, I don't know if you've connected up with Sunlight Gardens at all or not to see how they converted former blighted land into usable farms within the Washington Heights neighborhood, but or even connecting up with the people at Sprout or soon to be Uproot as well too. They work a lot. That's the new co-op that's coming downtown by the end of the year, hopefully. But they have a good network of supporting local farmers too, to some degree. I know you're kind of going a different approach with that, but it might be some interesting to do maybe some lessons learned perhaps on how to transition a spot from a former housing or school area or other type of land use into something that's usable. Always good to have lessons learned, not repeat the wheel if you can. But I don't know. Jeremy Andrews is the director there at Sprout and soon to be Uproot Co-op. But yeah, some contacts that hopefully you could extend. Usually they're pretty helpful with trying to share knowledge.
You could probably go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, you can go, Roger.
Oh, you're still muted though.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, guys.
I think I've got it now.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thanks. I think a very, very interesting idea that you have. I was just kind of curious where the trees are coming from.
The Arbor Tree Project and from local tree nurseries.
So they're donating them, I'm assuming?
Some will be donated, some will be purchased.
I see. Okay. Great. That was the question I had, but I think it's a great idea. And I know that there's a lot of vacant lots around. And there's, they were trying to put some urban gardens in some of the other areas that I'm aware of, but I don't know if it's a matter that say the house that was there has been buried and now the soil isn't great. The soil is very important for those, as one of the gentlemen just mentioned. So there's some judicious choice of those lots would be important, I think.
To add on what Roger said, yeah, identify like fruit and berries are so successful along Lake Michigan and up the coast because of the loamy and sandy soils. So identifying those and the certain lots you're looking for would be really key in having successful fruit bearing plants. And you can find specific soil types from the county's website. I'm sure the city's GIS website would also be viable, but that's just an easy way to pick your spots, which would be ideal for growing that type of plant.
I think we all kind of jumped on this and got really excited, but I'm curious, Austin, if this is what you were looking for when you wanted to come here today, like this feedback that we're giving you, or was there something else that you wanted? And then just more context, if you could share more about like where you think you might have it covered and where your needs are.
I was really just coming here for the outreach. I really appreciate it. Like it was mentioned, I am in the formulating stage with my friends and my fiance. We're reaching out to whoever can and will listen to us. We're trying to get it started. And I'm really appreciative of this time, of you guys' time.
I would love to connect with you personally outside of the committee just to help get involved with this project. This is like, I'm very excited about this idea and thinking of lots of ways that we can involve the community. I have a garden and I really try to share the food that I get with my neighbors, share seeds, that kind of thing. So if there's other people in Battle Creek excited about that, I would love to connect.
Can I ask another question? Are you hoping to start this like in 2026? Is that your thought, or still yet this year, or what are you?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to plant in April, hopefully 2026. We're going to be doing those trees behind the church there on I-94, and yeah, keep it going from there. Like I said, our goal is at least 100 trees a year. I mean,
that sounds good. We'll chat with our field services folks here and our risk management person here at the city. There's a lot of things that you'll have to go through to, maintenance agreements and that sort of thing, that if we even get that far. So we'll get the conversation started for you here and keep you in the loop definitely and see what we can find out regarding that from our end of things. So
Yeah, thank you, Austin, and thank you, Patty. Just one more thing, just a detailed thing. Like you mentioned, Irving Park as being part of your vision. If you do end up moving forward with the city with Irving Park, I would definitely be interested in being a part of that conversation, Patty and Austin, for the simple fact of the disc golf. Course there is pretty popular, and there have actually been some old dead and dying trees removed from Irving Park that had kind of a negative impact on the disc golf holes layout. Um, I mean, through no fault. I mean, nobody's complaining. It's just the way it is. Some dead trees had to come down that used to be in the way, and the absence of those trees has made the holes less cool. So if there was people coming in to add trees, even a dwarf variety, I'd be interested in wanting to know where and maybe even partnering and saying, hey, like don't put them here, but put them here, and it might be cool. Or you might just find an out of the way place that doesn't even matter. But anyway, I just wanted to put that bug in folks' ears too. That if Irving Park becomes a situation that you might want to get with me or some of the other folks that have been involved with the disc golf course there.
One last question. How do you have how big are the trees going to be starting out when you plant them?
typically just saplings, so under 2 feet tall.
Okay.
and the mature height for these are probably what? 10-ish?
10 to 12 foot, depending the dwarf varieties.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you guys.
All right. Well, if that's it for that, Austin, you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting. I think the rest of the agenda is like updates and reporting and whatnot. Usually learn some cool stuff going on there. You're welcome to stay, or if you have other stuff. you're welcome to leave as well. So whatever you feel like. But I'll turn it over to Patty then for the rest of our items here.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Austin, for coming. All right, we've got Bessie put together a PowerPoint, so you can have something fun to look at. Okay, are you seeing it? The PowerPoint or not? Nope. Okay.
Nope, not yet.
There you go. How about now?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, I'll let Bessie take it away from here if you're all right with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
You guys can see this. Oh, whoa, skipping forward. Okay, so yeah, we had quite a crazy year and a lot of fun pictures. So I really wanted to share, some of these pictures of the progress that we've made. We were able to do a quick Battle Creek River cleanup with Ryan and Tim with the Calhoun County Conservation District. Naomi and Roy from they were our city interns this year. They were mainly with engineering, but we got to steal them for a couple fun things. Sally is one of our coworkers. Chris Martin was able to join us too. So thank you again, those who are on chat here. We had a great time. We put in at Emmett Street Bridge there off Wagner. And we pulled out so much stuff. So Naomi's right here. She pulled out a trash can and a cooler. She's pretty proud of those things. She was on goal to get like the weirdest thing. I told them they would get some t-shirts at the end if they found some really cool stuff. So here's Sally over here. She got a soccer ball there, and you can see Ryan and Tim, they brought a canoe. So we had these really cool like mesh bags to keep the trash in, and these really cool pond pliers that extended out really far so you can get into the trees and really grab all those bottles and all sorts of weird stuff. Here's Patty and Naomi grabbing a tire out of somewhere along the river. And then I think we stole somebody's lunch spot underneath this bridge. Naomi grabbed a little picnic table, and I was telling her to be careful because there was a lot of other things that I told her not to touch that were up there. So that was, it's kind of a bummer we see that, but we were making progress. Here's Roy. He was one of our interns. It's Patty's son. Here's Chris. I think he's got a tire there. You can kind of see it. He pulled the tire out. And I brought an extra kayak, and I was able to attach it to the back of my kayak. So we kind of had a nice little trash barge going on. This was a windshield from a golf cart that we found. It was kind of crazy.
Can I throw in that was
Yep.
only halfway down the river yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we made it to Horseshoe Bend Park is kind of halfway, believe it or not, even though it's like a 5-minute walk. But we unloaded everything there, and then we picked up again and completely filled all of our kayaks up again before the end of the trip, actually. So yeah, we got rid of all that stuff there. And then I think this was the second load. Yeah, we found all sorts of stuff. I was trying to bungee it all to the green kayak. I think there's like 6 tires in there, 5 tires. A chair, yep. So this is going through downtown. It's always fun. And then here's the end. We got out at Hand Map. Here's the last load. Yeah, super fun. We wanted to try to get in again. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we did, the last 15, 20 minutes, we missed a lot of trash because we were full. Like I was like, I don't know if I can make the rapids. It was starting to get, that kayak was pretty heavy. We did more plantings at wastewater. This was a part of the Forest to My Faucets grant. Here's Doug McLaughlin from the Kalamazoo River Watershed Council. We planted a bunch of trees, and these down here like Patty's holding is our pawpaws that we just planted in August this month. We planted 25 of those. In the background in this photo, you can see this is a part of the wastewater plant. It's operations. So it's a nice, there's a road right here that goes around the plant. So they'll be able to see those pawpaws. It should be really pretty. Everything else is kind of hidden and tucked away. So we did a various days of planting out there. We finally, third time's a charm, I think, DPW open house. Was it 3 times? Yeah, I think it was. That was really fun. We got a solid hour of outreach in, and then it started to rain, but in that hour we seen a lot of people come through, which was really exciting because it's quite a lot to get all these vehicles here and all the volunteers and the city workers, and we had Republic Services there. I think Peerless was there. They're one of our well drilling contractors. But a lot of our city trucks, and we try to have fun prize wheels. The kids get to get in the trucks and honk the horns. Lots of giveaways. We had Jonesy's food truck there. So yeah, we had our big log truck there. Some more pictures. We had our Enviroscape out, and the kids love that. You put little Kool-Aid down to represent different polluted items that you might see along the roadways and things, and then you can make it rain, and then the food coloring will travel across the surface and end up in the lake at the bottom, and you can kind of, what happens when it rains type of scenario. Patty did a really cool take the recycling challenge. She had a big old bin full of just random stuff and had people sort, what goes in your curbside cart versus, what goes in the trash. So that was kind of cool. Lots of giveaways, fun little hard hats, safety vests. We had the Battle Creek Gold Compost. Wastewater had a really cool wipes experiment here. It's one of those magnetic spinny lab jars in water. You put regular toilet paper in one, and then in another jar you put a Clorox wipe or a baby wipe. And you can see that it doesn't break down. The wipe doesn't break down, but the toilet paper will break down. So it's kind of a cool visual. And then we had a little toilet toss cornhole game set up. So yeah, that's the open house. Lots of fun there. Oh, we had live music as well. So next year, we're gonna set it up and try again. And yeah, anyone's welcome to come. It's open to the public. Photo contest that wrapped up on July 31st. So we had some pretty great photos. Right here in big is our first place adult contest winner. Northern Lights Reflections at Graham Lake. It's a beautiful picture. It's probably going to be on the cover this year of our calendar. And then Craig Hewitt is second place. And then the Eagle was actually taken out. I don't know if anybody's been out in Bellevue at the Kiwanis Youth Conservation Area, but it's a beautiful area to hike and explore. And in conjunction with that, I just got notified that they're doing their Crane Fest again, October 11th and 12th. And that is like a super fun time. It's, I think, from dusk till dawn or noon till dusk or something like that. But they have a lot of people there. And I guess it's crazy. I haven't had a chance to get to it yet. But it's super fun. Email me if you need more information on that. The youth photo winners. In first, Collins Francisco. It said like the north branch of Kalamazoo River, so kind of looks like the mill pond to me, but yeah, beautiful photo. And then Olivia Rice with second place of our Blue Bridge. It's pretty cool. You can see it really well since we've done a lot of brush removal along the riverbank there. And then off Gogwek Lake, Caleb Francisco. So we actually have a coworker that's both of his kids. One, he's like, yeah. So yep, super exciting. You'll see these photos in the calendar. I'm working on that right now, and hopefully those will all be in hand by before Thanksgiving. So keep a lookout for those. And then I'll share this PowerPoint or this PDF file with you guys. I'll send another email out, and I'll make sure to share this because I know there's a lot going on here. But these are all the dates for the rest of the year of kind of what's going down. With exception, we are not doing the Lila Arboretum tree program. It just came up really fast, and we're not prepared for that. So that'll be in the springtime. But yep, that's kind of the gist of what the rest of the year looks like with the county and with the city. I have the county's events as well here. And then lastly, I wanted to give kind of a shout out. Is Kurt still online, hopefully? Not sure if I can see him or not. Let's see. There he is.
Hey.
All right, Kurt. Well, I don't know who all knows, but Kurt is retiring. So September 26th is his party's gonna be here at DPW, I think from like 1 to 3. So I just wanted to share some pictures of Kurt and all the times that he has helped the environmental department out. So this was at Crazy for the Kazoo. Did a lot of brush cutting that day. We did a river cleanup. I think that was one of our first MyCorps grants.
Yes.
Here he is down in the bottom here. Managed to pull this barrel out. This barrel was like insanely heavy and full of who knows what. I think it was hopefully mostly water, but
and some leeches off his legs
and
that
some
day.
yeah, we ended up grabbing some leeches off there. And then lots of more fun stuff. The farmers market. He's been a big hand in planting trees. Here he is with our forester. Him and his wife joined us for Canoe the Kazoo in 2022. I found him over here in the corner. That was a fun float from Sailor's Landing down to Bridges Park. I think we ended there. Yeah. So yeah, some more tree plantings and Crazy for the Kazoo and his MSU attire there. And then some more events, some scrap tire good times, and some styrofoam. So yeah, really, really good time. Thank you, Kurt, for everything.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you, Bessie. So don't like being the center of attention, but you couldn't tell it by the picture, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're trying to catch you in the corner, trying to walk away. Yep. So yeah, that's all I have. I think that's the end of the show there.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, and then we just had a couple other like some grants pending right now. Let's see. We've got the Eagle wellhead protection grant still out there. We're waiting on that. That'll probably be October before we find out about that. And then we did not get the food composting grant that we were waiting on. So that's something we can talk about and see if we still are interested. It's not a huge expense, but we'll look at our budget and see if we can justify doing that without a grant. And let's see. So we have the meeting with the city commission, the workshop, assuming, so we're in the process of getting a new city manager. So I'm hopeful that meeting will still happen, but so let's assume that it is. So that's October 21st at 5 p.m. And we will have one more meeting before. No, we won't. This will be the week before our next meeting. So I was thinking about putting together, so we have that PowerPoint for the greenhouse gas inventory stuff, but I thought maybe I'll generalize that a little bit more and talk more about our sustainability program, just since we haven't met with them in my whole time here, and it's been so 5+ years. So maybe we just kind of introduce ourselves and talk about what we're doing and our goals, and then also hit that while we have their attention. But does that sound reasonable to kind of get the most of our time while we're in front of them?
Yeah, I think so. And I would be happy, Patty, to as you get stuff together to go over stuff with you, or even come in and sit down with you and like kind of if that's the kind of help you need to sit down and kind of think, okay, what should we include, what should we not include?
Okay, that'd be
What do we
great.
want? What do we want them? What question do we want them to answer for us? And that kind of thing.
Okay, I would appreciate that. That'd be great.
Yeah,
And
just let me
we'll
know.
run it past everyone beforehand. So, yeah, I think that is pretty much. Oh, we did have a question. Is Paige now officially our city commission representative? She attended.
I don't know. That
I
would be
don't
up
know
to the
either.
mayor and the commission, I guess.
Okay. We
Yeah,
haven't been.
she came last time and yes, but I don't know if she's getting regular communicate. I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll
She's
follow up on that, but yeah,
okay.
because we would like to have a representative for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yep. So, do you have anything else, Bessie? No?
Well,
So,
congratulations, Kurt. I can say personally, my time with the city began in 2011. And I've known you since then. And you have always been, to my memory, completely dedicated, knowledgeable, always there, always open to talk, always have answers or track down answers. Just a top-notch public servant, in my opinion, ever since I've known you. Um, so thank you for your service to the people of Battle Creek.
Well, thank you, Andy. That's mighty kind words, and I still think Patty and Bessie make me look good. So that's
When and same to Todd Gerber, I missed his retirement party. I had it on my calendar, and then something else came up, and I couldn't make it. So if you and Todd are out having a goodbye beer sometimes, please pass along the same sentiment to Gerber too.
Oh yeah, I will. I haven't seen him since he's left either, but he's definitely missed already. So
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you and he both going the same time. I mean, there's some other quality people there too. The other Todd and Seaman and those guys. Those are some quality dudes too. So, but
yeah.
definitely, you and Todd will be missed.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we need to ask for public comments. Eric, if you're there, do we have any public desiring to comment or questions posed or anything?
We currently have no one for public comment, and I did just include in the chat for the group from our city website the document for the Sustainable BC group that has all of the members, and it looks like it's both Commissioners Lacoste and Katarski Smith, as well as the mayor.
All right, thank you, Eric. I believe now that he said that, I believe Paige did say that to us that she found out that she was supposed to be the member here, but hadn't been told about what the schedule was or anything, and we told her the schedule, and um yeah, I guess it's on those folks. All right, then any other comments from the members? Comments, questions, announcements?
Andy,
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
just a quick comment. Kurt, I just want to congratulate you on your retirement, man. That is a big thing, big accomplishment to get in life. How long, can I ask how long you've been with the city?
Yeah, I just completed 26 years.
26. Okay. Well, congratulations, man. If I don't see you, but by the time you leave, have a great retirement.
Well, thanks, Bob, and I sure hope to be around on more events there to get my picture taken there with the tree
I
plant.
understand.
All right, any other comments, questions?
Andy, I do have a question.
Yeah, go ahead,
On the
Roger.
agenda, it said tree plantings with MUCC. I'm sorry, what is MUCC?
Ooh,
Michigan
Mi-
United
thank you.
Conservation Club or something. I can't remember which it is.
I was just curious.
Yeah, it's a Michigan, a statewide like conservation organization, nonprofit. I think it's CORE, Michigan United
I think it
Conservation
is
Corps.
too. Or
For some reason, I want to say it's CORE.
And you
COR.
can register for that at bcwater.org. It lists our events and it'll show you the registration link and all that. But yeah, we're gonna plant some trees off Stringham and Jackson. In like a grassy area there and then a little bit off the easement. But yep, information is there.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
if anybody's dying to sling strap tires on September 24th, we're
Yeah.
always looking for help for that one too.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
And you saw from the pictures how fun that is. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. In the rain.
Yeah.
All right then. If that's all, thank you all for your commitment and your time. And unless you hear otherwise, you're all are welcome to the workshop on the 21st. I don't know, probably limited as to who all can speak, but certainly anytime people show up, you'd be introduced as part of the committee and whatnot. We kind of play that by ear. I assume that'll be in commission chambers, Patty, or
That's what my assumption too. I'll get more details and for sure
okay.
share it with
If it
everyone.
was not in chamber, it would be in one of the conference rooms behind, but my guess would be it's in chamber. But anyway, it'll be at City Hall in the chamber or its vicinity.
Yeah,
All right, folks.
love to see y'all. Yeah.
Thank you again. We will adjourn at 2:23 p.m. Thanks all.
Thank you.